Ma'am.
I'll let y'all put this down at this point.
My name is Drew Mensch. I'm the chief pilot for the Oxford City Police Department's aviation unit. I'm 51 years old, soon to be 52. And my job as the chief pilot, I oversee the other pilots' training, I oversee the aircraft maintenance, and I assist Jake in any kind of administrative duties that are needed. Most of my job lie into training both pilots and TFOs in the mission and in the aircraft, and then of course scheduling and maintaining the aircraft maintenance program with our provider in Atlanta. I started flying when I was 12 years old. That's when I started flight instruction. And then as a kid, 12, 13, 14 years old, I worked at an airport, a little small airport, and for every 10 hours I worked as a line boy there, I got an hour of flight instruction. And this was in 1983, I think it was. So I think an airplane rented an hour with an instructor with fuel in it for about $23 an hour, which by today's standards is really, really cheap. I did that through high school, went to college, joined the military after college to fly. I was an Army warrant officer, was a Cobra pilot primarily by trade, but also went to maintenance test pilot school in the Cobras. Ended up doing a little bit of medevac work in a Huey and flying Chinooks and OH-58s as well. Ended my career at Rucker as a maintenance test pilot instructor pilot in Fort Rucker, and got out of that and went to the airlines. I'd always flown airplanes on the side, and weekends and evenings while I was at Rucker, I was a multi-engine commercial flight instructor, building up my time, went to the airlines, and that's where I'm at today. I'm currently a check airman for a Part 121 airline, and that's my day job. So I work a week on, week off schedule. In my week off schedule, I'm here about 3 to 5 days a week flying the helicopter or overseeing the aircraft here for the aviation unit. I know it's been a while since we talked about this, but to shut the aircraft down, I only have to remember 3 things, okay? FTB, that's all you gotta know, okay? I'm just kidding. It's throttle, right?
Is that the F?
Yeah, no. You're wrong already. So you got throttle, to cut off the throttle, right? If we had an accident or something, we had to shut the engine shut down, or if something happens and you have to get it there. So you guys come here, I want you all to be able to feel how this works to shut the throttle off, okay? So I'll set it, and then I want you guys to shut it off. Okay.
Like that?
And then push that up, just up right here, and then roll all the way off. You gotta hold it when you do it. No, all the way the other way. There you go, until it stops. Now it's cut off. See, when that pops open, that's at idle. You push that forward, and yeah, so that actually kills the fuel to the engine.
Can we do it from that side?
Only this side.
How the hell am I supposed to reach that?
You gotta get out.
Let's say you're on the ground, the aircraft tips. Right?
Yep.
So at least the first thing we know.
So I'll set it all the way up for you. So it'd be like this for you. So now to cut it off, you go to where it stops, and then roll that up, and then roll it off. There you go. So that's the T throttle, okay?
At that point, the blades are gone. Sure, but you don't have to worry about those, so that's a good point. Trying to save No, I think it's trying to save them for getting burned up.
Yep. So this is to keep, for firefighting and getting out of the aircraft and burning up. So that's the T, and the battery and fuel. So this aircraft has a fuel knob right here. It says pull to shut off. Just pull it. That kills the fuel to the engine, okay? This actually kills the fuel to the fuel control, which shuts the engine down. That kills the fuel from the tanks to the engine. So if there was ever a fire in the back, it wouldn't get on the engine. So the engine, they break away and it wouldn't do that. And then the battery switch, battery off. So that's how you kill an aircraft. Any turbine engine aircraft.
The battery switch on the little silver toggle.
Yeah, the battery says right there. And this one has a 3-position switch, is on, off, or it's in the middle. Off is in the middle for that one. For this aircraft, it's a little bit different, obviously, because the throttle on this one is in the right seat. Same kind of throttle. And then the toggle switch is that big, huge toggle switch. It's also in the middle position is off.
Yeah.
Battery and also external power switch. And then the fuel valve is right next to it.
So it's all right there in the middle.
It's all right there in the middle. It's very compact in this one.
Yeah, that's way better design.
It's military, that's why. So we're going to start today's brief with the multi-ship operations we're going to do with the 530 and the 535 X-ray. So today we're going to start with both aircraft on the pad and into the wind. When we do our takeoffs, it'll be 5-second intervals. We're going to be monitoring, both aircraft will be monitoring 123.6 Unicom for the area. And then for the 530, since you have the second radio, you'll be up on approach 132.15.
Okay.
Just in case we can hear anything coming into the Anderson area.
Yep.
Like I said, takeoff will be in 5-second intervals. The initial formation will be staggered right. Since we'll have the camera guy on the left side of the 6, so will always be on your right side.
Okay.
Okay. Anytime there's any movements or changes in that, I'll advise. But 530 will assume lead in all multi-ship operations. Whenever we do receive a call, we'll maintain ourselves within minimum closeness will be 3 to 5 discs.
Okay.
Okay, that's as close as we're going to get to you. And we'll probably be altering to get better orbit as you're orbiting for the traffic stops. Try to keep your airspeed around 70 knots because that's good enough airspeed for patrol, obviously, and also it gives us the ability to dash if we have to, catch up in a turn, on the outside of a turn. So,
Okay.
Because we don't have as much performance in the 6. If we have any issues with a breakup for weather or for mechanical or whatever, 530 initiate a climb on the bike to the left. The 535 will initiate a descent and brake to the right.
Okay.
Okay. Weather goes below 2,505, or if rain showers make the mission difficult, we'll stop the mission. We'll recover probably to Anniston for refuel, and once we do the recovery, it'll just be a loose trail formation.
Okay.
So, since we'll both be up on Unicom, we can both make our own traffic calls in and out of the airport. So technically, it won't be a tight formation at that point.
For just coming in and out of Anniston.
Yeah.
And
Well,
coming back here.
When we come back here, it'll be single ship.
Okay.
There's no need to do a formation landing into a tight LZ for no reason.
Gotcha.
So,
Yep.
And then that should be it. Any questions?
6 refuel.
Copy.
Like watching the helicopters and airplanes? All right.
I'll bring them out here now to let them take off.
There you go. That's how I got started too, watching airplanes. Do you fly at all? So, National Guard. Oh, right on. Cool.
I've rode in a helicopter one time, but that was
Okay.
about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Jordan, come here. Come here. Where are you going?
Someone shy? Yeah, me too.
So I have a personal airplane at the Talladega Airport, which isn't too far away from here. And the airport manager, Jim Brock, was a good friend of mine. And he showed me a news article from the paper that Oxford got a surplus aircraft helicopter for their police department. And I had flown that type before in the military, so I said, tell them if they need any help with maintenance flights or just flying the aircraft in general, to give me a call. And it started out, he gave me a call. And I was a maintenance test pilot in the military in that type, so we brought me in. We checked the aircraft out, did some flying with it. And then he said, would you like to be sworn in as a reserve officer and then do the flying with us? I said, sure, that sounds great. And then about 6 months later, it turned into, hey, why don't you be our chief pilot, manager aircraft, and train our people? And that's kind of how I got started. And that was about 8 years ago. Today we're dropping off our 086 at PAS in Peachtree City, Georgia, for its annual inspection. We're planning on having another VHF radio installed in it. And this is something that has to be done for the aircraft every year. They go through it to a 100-hour, 300-hour inspection and an annual inspection to keep its airworthiness certificate intact.
Okay. Oh, cool. Look at that. All right, before takeoff check.
Okay, RPM 100% check.
Check.
Systems in green check.
Check.
I'm sorry, RPM 99% check. Caution warning lights out.
Out.
Instruments in a green check.
Check.
Cabin secure, mission equipment.
Secured.
I'll go ahead and put this on my knee since I don't want to have anything loose in the cockpit.
On. Yeah, Ben had that on the way out.
Okay. Any ice is not required.
All right. I don't see anyone. I haven't heard anyone, but.
No, I haven't heard. We can pick up, turn that way, and just go straight across if I don't hear anybody.
All right.
I don't see anybody on TCAS.
All right. Agree. Running start into the wind and then go?
Yeah, that'd be good. Gotta go that way, keep out of his hangar.
Alright. Hover power getting up there a little bit. Airspeed is good.
Actually, the way the helicopters are set up, there is really no difference between flying in either seat. So it's not uncommon for us to fly from either seat. We are just supposed to get the TFO in the best position for him to observe the site. And normally what we'll do is we'll have the TFO looking out at the target ways out, and as we get closer, a couple miles out, we'll probably start setting up into a offset to the left, so setting up for a right orbit for the target. And my job is to try to keep him in a position where he can maintain eyes on the target at all times. And it's a combination of him telling me what he needs and me putting the aircraft in that position. Our standard fuel load that we use on our missions, we try to keep it the same throughout the year, allows us to about an hour and 45 minutes of loiter time over an individual scene before we need to start looking for fuel. So we're about an hour and 45 minutes, which is honestly more than you probably want to be sitting in this aircraft. Well, usually, when now we have 2 aircraft and 2 pilots, we can end up doing a swap off, which we hand a target handoff and do that en route. The 2 TFOs combine and they talk to describe the scene, and then another TFO, an oncoming TFO, will take the scene, and the pilots we coordinate with just what altitude are you coming in at, and what altitude are you at. That way we can confirm, and once oncoming aircraft has the scene, we'll say we have it, and the other aircraft can head back for fuel. So in essence, we can really almost keep a presence overhead indefinitely. So the unit hadn't been started. We had an aircraft, and that was it. Had an aircraft and had Jake Durham. He was an enthusiast, but he had no aviation experience. So between the 2 of us, we sat down and we wrote our training policies, we wrote our standards policies, and we wrote our maintenance policies. And then we got more people involved, and then we actually started flying missions with it once we got our aircraft back from paint shop and maintenance. Well, Jake wasn't a formal pilot for sure, but he was I would call an aviation enthusiast. So he actually knew quite a bit about aircraft, and of course he knew the police mission very well too. So that was kind of fun and refreshing to see somebody excited about doing it. And between the 2 of us, with my skill in aviation and maintenance and flying, we were able to put together with his experience in law enforcement and also being able to use the system to procure things that we need for the unit and manpower and personnel. And that's how we built it. So one of the things that we've been very fortunate here in the city of Oxford, we have a great mayor and a great city council that have been incredibly supportive in our mission. Whenever we need something, they usually can work it out till we can get the mission and get the equipment we need. So it's been very refreshing. We never really have to go without anything. It may take a little bit of time, but we do get what we need, and it's been great to have the support of the community. It's been really rewarding.
So here in Oxford, we are extremely blessed that our city invests money into our police department and into the safety of our citizens. We've got cameras set up across the city, different intersections, different streets, different types of cameras. We've got LPRs, license plates readers. Let's say a vehicle is stolen or the tag is stolen or it's a missing person, we can flag that vehicle or that tag in NCIC or in our LPR system, and when that vehicle goes past that camera, it'll flag it, and all of our officers will be notified in our computers. That way we can react in a timely manner. Our EMAC, it's a facility that has tons of TV screens where those cameras are monitored, and we can go back and look at the footage if an officer requests, and it really helps us solve a lot of crimes here in Oxford. I'm gonna run this tag. 735, 1028.
1028.
61 Alpha Alpha X-ray 4 Mike.
Return to Janet called. I was holiday on 2017 Nissan Road. No color listed. Expired 3/31/23. Negatives went on.
10-4. So this car's got an expired tag. Once we get past this red light, I'm gonna try to stop it.
Zero Kilo, 5 Strap Mike, WB 0KFN.
10-4.
735. Final stop, 76 gas station.
10-4.
Hey, just stay in the car for me. You can just stay in the car for me. Okay, that's fine. I'll be real quiet. Look, I'm Oxford Gunner, Oxford Police Department. The reason I stopped you, your tag's expired, okay? That's all right. Look, it's not a big deal. Can I get your license and proof of insurance? Don't stress out. Look, that's something minor.
It just expired this month.
Okay.
I haven't had money to redo it.
Okay. Look, I get it. All right, do you have a copy of the expired card or no?
Somewhere.
It's fine. Look, it's fine. If you're saying it expired, it's expired. It's fine.
I just haven't had money to renew it this month.
I understand. All right, just sit tight for me and I'll be right back, okay? Just hang tight. 735, code 4. So I stopped her for an expired tag. She also said her insurance is expired. Said she's got some money issues going on, and it happens. We've all been there. I'm gonna write her a warning for no insurance. I'm gonna write her a ticket for the expired tag, but if she gets that tag taken care of by the court date, we're gonna go ahead and drop it. So I'm gonna work with her, but I'm gonna give her some motivation to get the tag taken care of, because if not, then she'll have to pay the ticket. All right, Miss Norris. All right, look, I'm cutting you a break. Don't get too scared because I got these pieces of paper, okay? Look, good. I understand. All right, look. So, I wrote you a ticket, but listen, I wrote you a ticket for the expired tag. Your court date is 7/13, okay? If you get that tag before that date, bring it. You can take it to any police department and show them that you got your tag updated, and this ticket will be dropped, okay?
So I can do that in Talladega.
You can do that at Talladega Police Department, yes, ma'am. So it is a ticket, but it's a little motivation. That way, if you don't get it done, you will have to pay that fine, okay? Right. So there's that, and then I just wrote you a warning. I'm gonna take your word. Look, I get times are tough, right?
Thank you.
I understand. So I wrote you a warning, but please get it taken care of, okay? All right, ma'am. You have a good. Thank you. I appreciate it. I got you. All right, ma'am. You have a good day, okay? All right, so she got a warning, and she got one written warning and one written citation, saying money's tight, and I get it, we've all been there. But with the citation, I gave her until her court date to fix it. That way she's got a little motivation to make sure she gets that done.